welcome. I'm going to wait for some people to hop on here before we get started. Happy Pisces season, everybody. I'm excited to be able to do another live stream for you guys. I wasn't sure if it was going to be able to happen, but I really like doing these astrological season videos live. There's just a lot of information that we're covering, and it's fun for everyone to get together and be able to connect with one another. So we'll see who's available right now. We did the last live stream later in the evening, my time, and there were a lot of people available for that one. I don't know who's going to be available at this time, but it's going to be whoever's meant to. Hello, welcome to whoever just joined. And for everyone on the replay, there is going to be a card pull involved in this at some point. I sometimes get around to timestamping, sometimes I don't. So you can check out, you can look out for that. There may be a timestamp. If somebody else who ends up watching this, if I don't timestamp, if you feel called to send a timestamp to people for whatever time the reading starts, and that would be, I'm sure, very appreciated by people as well. Not that I'm trying to pass the buck here, but oh, hello, Ty. Welcome. Let's see. This is how we get the chat up, I think. I saw a couple people. I think I saw Stephanie on there. I wish they would just leave the little chat bubbles open for me. Yeah, Stephanie, hello. Christina, hello. Oh, great to see you. Yeah, everyone who's meant to always shows up for the live, and it's good to do it at different times so that we can catch different people. I know that there's a lot of people. We are an international tribe here, and I know there are a lot of people in other parts of the world that the times may never quite line up, and so I am sorry about that, but we're going to go with it. Hello, Stanley. Welcome. This is a big, big season, you guys. Pisces season into Aries season. Aries season, I'm feeling with that vernal equinox. Hello, liquid fire. Is when it's really going to be go time, I think. So this is still, I'm feeling during Pisces season. Hello, Eric. Welcome. It's very much a restorative kind of an energy. And what's the word? I keep coming up with the word that I want for this. Restorative works, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. And then I lose it again. But a fortifying season, if you will. But we're still going to definitely have some action and some powerful energies going on. And we're going to go over all of those different energies and the dates of any major astrological lineups, so that people are aware of the big energy days as I'm seeing them so far. Hello, Pete. Welcome. Pete and I are hopefully going to be able to do another live stream together sometime soon here. We did one for his channel a couple weeks ago, Pete, maybe. The sound wasn't super great on it. So we definitely, we're going to do another one for you guys. It was really great to get back on with him. We did it on the Chosen 144 channel, and it was a really great live stream. Like, there was some really powerful stuff that we talked about. So it's definitely worth a listen, even with the sound quality and everything. I mean, I think exactly who was meant to hear the message heard it, and I'm sure Pete would agree. But yeah, it was great to get our energies together again. Hello, King Shanes. Welcome. All right, you guys, we got 11 people on here. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet. Yeah, there's a great synergy of energy with the two of us. I love when we get our minds together and our energies together, and just seeing what sort of comes of those discussions. And I always see Pete in here on the live streams. He's such a wonderful, powerful support, and just such an inspiring figure and person. Figure makes you seem impersonal, so let's get rid of the word figure. He's such an inspiring human being and starseed and all of the like, and it's just his support is always so beautiful. It's so wonderful to see him in the chats. And yeah, I don't always make it to your live streams, Pete. Just so much going on with the baby and everything, but I try to catch them after the fact if I can, and hop on if I do get a chance and say hello to everyone. There he goes. Exactly. Everyone in the chat definitely hitting that like button. Hello, Arnett. Hello, Eve. Welcome. All right, you guys. So let's get into these energies. And just for clarification, for anybody who is desiring clarification, Pisces season goes from February 19th to March 20th, which is, of course, the vernal equinox and the beginning of Aries season. And so Pisces season began a few days ago, really ushering in that new moon in Pisces and that second leg, if you will, of the 2-2 portal or 2-2 gateway, which we are still present in right now. I am recording this video on 2/22, and we're feeling the pinnacle of those energies really going into the 23rd. And then, of course, it will begin to dissipate a little bit. But like we said, time is fluid. We can move in all directions through time if we are anchored and working from the now and setting that intention to be present wherever it is that we desire. So we can, of course, go back and experience these 2-2 portal energies anytime that we wish. So don't feel like you missed out if you're catching this after those 2-2 energies have dissipated. They are still accessible. Hello, beautiful Pippi. Welcome. Hello, Lindy. Welcome, beautiful. Hello, Solomon. Great to see you, McKenna. All right. I got to stop playing around with these chat bubbles here. So, yes, we began Pisces season with that powerful new moon, and we did, my brain, you guys, my son was up at 4:30 this morning, and I have not, I went to bed, I got to bed probably around 1:30. So, I'm pulling through for you guys, but the brain is a little less lucid than normal here. So I have my notes here in front of me that I'm going to be referring to, and we're going to get through this. I was joking that maybe in a delirious state, perhaps things will flow through even more naturally, but this portion, when we're doing the technical dates and stuff, you're just gonna have to bear with me. So let's see here. It was a live stream, I believe we did on the Pisces new moon, and so that is available. That was a few days ago. I believe it was on the 19th that we did that. So check into that to feel into the energies of that powerful soul alignment, and that is really the theme as we're moving through March, is that alignment of the soul. One of the things that really struck me, besides, of course, the fact that we're in these Piscean energies, is the fact that the 3-3 portal, which of course will be occurring on and around the 3rd of March, 3-3, is going to be especially powerful this year, because when we're talking about, and we've been discussing since 2020 when this channel began, we've been discussing this energy of the recoding of the matrix and these numerical sequences with the 1s, the 2s, and the 0s that we've been seeing in our dates, and how powerful that energy is. Eve, I love you. And so now we talked about in 2023, we're adding in that 3 energy. And the 3 energy is the energy of creation, right? It's when the 1 and the 2, the negative charge and the positive charge, if you will, masculine and feminine, yin and yang, whatever you want to call them, when the 2 energies come together, they create the 3rd energy. That 3rd energy is the birthing energy, if you will. Think about the Empress in the tarot deck. And so adding this 3 into the mix is really showing us how we've been dismantling the old matrix. That energy has actually been dismantled in many ways, although we are still, of course, seeing kind of the reverb of it, if you will. And we still have a lot of work to do to anchor in these new timelines and these new frequencies, and anchor, not really so much anchor them in, anchor ourselves into them. That's what Spirit's saying. They're there, they're accessible. It's us that needs to match that frequency, match that vibration. But we are very much now in the process of creating that new dimension, that new timeline, that new, what a lot of people like to say, like the new earth, right? Hello, Suzanne, beautiful. Oh, it's wonderful. Yes, listen and drive safely. We appreciate you so much. I'm so glad you're here and you're able to catch another live stream. So that creation energy is going to be really potent during the 3-3 portal. I'm realizing right now, I'm just noticing these. Does anyone else get driven crazy by these tags that they put on the clothes? Like, why is this here? I understand it kind of helps for hanging stuff, but they're just obnoxious and they always get in the way. I cut one off earlier, but I I missed the other one, just as a little tangent there. It's the energy of the creation. So that manifesting potential, that creation energy is going to be really strong on the 3-3 and throughout the month of March. We're coming very much into alignment. The 3 energy, it is the Trinity energy, right? We're talking mind, body, spirit. We've been working through the mind energies quite a lot, working through the belief systems since 2021, especially with that North Node in Gemini, South Node in Sagittarius energy, with Mars in Gemini and Mars's recent retrograde in Gemini. It was a lot more of working through that mind energy, the way the mind influences the actions and the behavior, right? And now we've been working on the body as well. The body energy, we had all those health codes coming through, those vitality codes. We're actually receiving them right now. I received a powerful healing last night, calling in these light codes for the healing and vitality of the physical vessel. I definitely recommend, if you guys haven't taken some time to sit down or lay down and in meditation and welcome in these light codes that are of the highest and best good and service to you personally. It's all personalized, right? I would recommend that you do so. It was really, really beautiful, really potent and powerful. So there's the body aspect, right? And now we're bringing in the spirit very powerfully with Pisces season, with Saturn moving into Pisces, right? With this 3-3 portal energy, it is also the Christ consciousness energy. The 3-3, right? The master number 33, the number of the ascended masters, the number most often associated with Master Jesus. I think a lot of people associate the 1111 energy with him, but the 33 energy is especially related to him. And something really interesting, just as a tangent that Spirit was showing me when I was thinking about the 3-3 portal today, was that most of the portals, all of the even numbered portals, they're connected to the original portal that it's a multiple of. So we have like 1111 or the 1-1 portal, the 2-2 portal, the 3-3 portal, the 4-4. Once we hit 4-4, that's a repeat of the 2-2 energies. And now that I'm thinking about it, you can actually break the 2-2 energies down to the 1-1 energies again, right? And so there's like, they're all interconnected and building on each other. And so we're moving into this, this beautiful 3 energy, this beautiful alignment with our souls, really dissolving. Remember that new moon in Pisces was very much of the dissolution of the false self, and stepping and aligning more powerfully with our higher self. And that's what this whole month is really about. There's a lot of other themes, but coming into alignment with our higher self, right? That's it. That is a lot of math, especially for someone like me whose math is not my forte either. Technical jargon and math is not my forte. I'm much more in the intuitive mind than I am when it comes to all the technical stuff. That's why you guys don't see me doing videos trying to explain the dimensions and like the 369 theories and all of this different stuff, right? It's there, sacred geometry. It's just, it's not my wheelhouse. So that's about the deepest you're going to get for math from me, probably. Although we never know what's to come, I guess. But I would say it is safe to say. Anyway, back into this aligning with our higher self, with our soul self, this dissolving and releasing of the attachments that we have to this third dimensional matrix reality or construct, to our lower selves. And really, this, of course, allowing us to become even more aligned with our higher self, with our soul self. This whole year, this is a 7-year. It's very much about the energy of coming into alignment with the soul, with the higher spiritual truth. The 777 portal is going to be huge this year because it is a 7-year. So of course, we're talking about the 3-3 portal right now. It's 3-3, but it's happening in a 7-year. So it's kind of 3-3-7. By our numerical code sequence, it is 332023, which is where we're talking about the binary code and the recoding of the matrix. But when we're talking about numerology, it is a 7-year. So that makes 7/7/2023, which breaks down to a 7777, the big portal of this year, the big ticket item, if you will. And that's a powerful energy in general, with the Syrian gateway there, with the alignment of the sun and the star Sirius on 7/6 moving into 7/7. This is a big, big energy in general. And the fact that it's a triple this year makes it even bigger. So it was funny. I was thinking, and I don't know if this was a message from me specifically, or if this is a collective message, but I felt called to share just the significance for like a couple years now. The number 777, people have been talking about it in readings. I've heard it come up. I've noticed it at different times. It's like that 777, that jackpot energy. If you will, right? You think about a slot machine, when you win, it's all sevens. That energy has been coming through. So I was wondering, I started thinking about it and I was like, was it talking about the 777 portal and gateway, the Syrian gateway that's coming up this year in 2023? So I think we may find some very powerful things happening during that portal and during that gateway. But let's get into the rest of Pisces season here, the dates to watch. Is it a good time for shrooms tonight? Well, I guess that depends on what you mean. I drink my mushroom coffee every morning now. It is not psychedelic. As far as psychedelic shrooms go, I mean, if that is a way that you enjoy accessing higher consciousness, then doing it during a portal, I mean, it's going to be intense. It's definitely will intensify the experience. And so if that's what you're looking for, then I would say absolutely. You know, I have, of course, as many of you know, I have talked a little bit about my experience on ayahuasca in 2019, I believe it was, that I went to Costa Rica and did that. I talk a little bit about things like that. I don't personally partake in psychedelics much, if at all, anymore. It doesn't, there's just something about it that doesn't vibrate right for me at this time. But I know that a lot of people find great benefit from that. And I think that it's a great tool when used mindfully and in the correct context, which is a long-winded way of saying portals are a great time for that. If you really want to open yourself up, just be really careful what you're opening yourself up to, and make sure that you are able to maintain the integrity of your energy and your intention of where you're going and who and what you're interacting with. That's what I would say, because any type of psychedelic breaks down the barriers between us and other dimensions. It gives us access to other dimensions of consciousness, but it also gives other dimensions of consciousness access to us. And not all of those dimensions and all of those consciousnesses have our highest good in mind. So we want to really make sure that we are setting that firm intention to go exactly where we want to go, or to have the experience the kind of experience that we're wanting to have. Very firm intentions. All right, let me see what else is going on here. You had a dream that you won the lottery two nights ago. Nice. I mean, it could be. We've been getting that information about the gift, right, coming through quite a bit. I'll also put a caveat to that on my little spiel about psychedelics. I don't believe they're necessary for spiritual advancement. I think that sometimes people fall into relying on them too heavily as a crutch when they don't actually need them to achieve these states of consciousness. But I'll also say that part of that for me personally is I don't like to give up control, and I feel like there's an element of control that I fear that I may lack. So there's like a weird aversion that I've developed to them in recent years, which has been really fascinating to me. So there's the element of control too. So I can admit to that and be honest about that, right? I know some people who have some really powerful and beautiful experiences from them too. It's like I like to be in complete control of my, well, as much control of my mind as I can be. This is like a constant thing that we're working on, right? The mastery of the mind. Feels like a 9 night to you. Anyway, moving on, talking about the mind here. Or actually, no, let's back up one day. So on the Pisces new moon, as we talked about, Venus will enter the sign of Aries. So that was 2 days ago. Venus entered Aries and was conjunct Jupiter. So that was a beautiful day that we have. That's already, wait. Okay, you guys, hold on. I told you it's going to be a little bit of a struggle today with the mind. Stop. Back up. All right. So Venus entered Aries on the Pisces new moon, and will be conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Aries on March 1st. So we have not missed that conjunction. That's going to happen on March 1st. And that's going to be a beautiful and powerful energy, real activation for Venus in her empowerment in the sign of Aries, getting that beautiful boost from Jupiter. A lot of courage here. This is a great day where we may, if somebody has like feelings that they've been hiding for somebody, we may see them coming out with it. People coming out of their shells, people really embracing each other, wanting to connect and having that courage to really be themselves and be emotionally honest and open. It's also a great day for creativity and a great day for finances. If you were going to play the lottery, Eve, the March 1st would be a great day to do it when we have that Venus conjunct Jupiter energy. On the 2nd, Mercury will enter Pisces, and this is where we're getting back into the mind energy again. That's where I was trying to skip ahead to there. And so this is going to be really beautiful. Mercury is going to remain in Pisces until the 18th of March. And during this time, because we have Mercury, of course, represents the mind. It represents the lower mind, right? So that's opening our lower mind up to a higher perspective. It's opening up the intuitive doors of our mind, and it's really priming us perfectly for the 3-3 portal. The 3-3 portal energies we're going to be experiencing on the 1st and the 2nd of March as well, of course, but really opening us up for the big pinnacle of that energy on the 3rd of March as well. Just allowing those downloads to come in with that much more ease, keeping us that much more open, really allowing I'm feeling like communication, especially from your own higher self. It's going to be really easy to do that. The 3-3 portal, I was feeling a lot around group souls or soul groups, around reunions and reconnections, around bringing the soul tribe into our lives as well. Just a lot of the 3 of Cups was the card that I was shown for the 3-3 portal. So those are really beautiful energies. And of course, we will still be within the vibration of Venus conjunct Jupiter throughout the 3-3 portal. So that's a beautiful, once again, a really nice heart opening energy to take us through this portal. Just so much heart opening. We had, of course, that huge heart opener last month when we had Venus conjunct Neptune in the sign of Pisces. And so just continuing with all of these big openings with these Pisces energies. And of course, that brings us into the next big opening. Really, we're moving through these 3-3 portal energies. And then on the 7th, we have the full moon in Virgo happening on the same day that Saturn enters Pisces. And if you guys haven't checked out the Saturn and Pisces video, go ahead and do so. We're going to be in that energy until the beginning of 2026. And there's a lot of powerful shifts that we're going to see happening in society, happening in our own lives as the spiritual meets the physical. As we're bringing that spiritual, that higher spiritual way of being, that knowledge into the practical, into our everyday lives, into our institutions more. It's a lot of major and powerful shifts happening with that Saturn and Pisces energy. So this full moon in Virgo is going to really create a powerful doorway for that Saturn and Pisces energy to kind of come in right on the tail end in the wake of the 3-3 portal. What else here? We're going to get into the energies, the rest of the energies of the full moon in Virgo. When we get closer to that date, I'm going to be working on, of course, the 3-3 portal video before getting into the full moon video, or maybe together as one. These energies, I mean, they really mix and mingle with each other, right? Nothing is separate. Everything is unified. Everything is one, right? As we talk about, this is a Pisces energy. Oneness was actually the word that Spirit brought forth to me first regarding the 3-3 portal and the March energies. Oneness. So really appreciating and having a deeper respect and connection and understanding through feeling and experiencing what it means to be one, right? And one with all things. And this is something, hello, MJ, welcome. This is something that in that book that I told you guys about that I was reading, The Past Chats and the Crystal People, it's by Murray Hope for anyone. Murray with no A, Murry Hope. It's a really fascinating book. They really get into the energy of this, the importance of understanding that everything on this planet, not just the things that we consider living, but the things we consider non-living, are all living and sentient beings. And so really, like, when we talk about oneness, we're talking about more than just like I am you and you are me, right? We're talking about oneness, the totality of oneness. So becoming one with nature, becoming one with your chair, right? There's a meditation we do in Theta Healing. One of the ways that we bring people up into the 7th plane of existence, we actually have them feel what it feels like as their cells blend with the chair and become one with the chair, and then slowly branch out to become one with everything. It's not typically the meditation that I use, but it is one of the possibilities. I was just thinking of that when we were talking about this. It's how do you connect with God? You connect with anything, right? Because it is all God. So it's like all those deep Piscean concepts are really going to be coming into focus. People in general during Pisces season are a bit more open to the mystical. They are, it is for empaths sometimes an intense season, not only because of the intense emotionality that comes with a water sign, right? But also because we are empathic by nature. Pisces is the empath sign. Right? That is the most empathic of all the signs. Yes, Cancer, any of the water signs are very empathic, but Pisces really takes the cake. And so we need to be aware of that. Make sure we're not taking on, make sure we have really good, we talk about spiritual hygiene all the time in here, making sure your energy field is clear, making sure that you are checking when a thought comes in, when an emotion comes in, is this really mine? All right? With the caveat that it's only yours if you claim it. All right. So even if it's yours, it doesn't have to be yours if you decide that you don't want it. We're not going to go on a tangent with that. I just felt compelled to throw that out there. Let's see here. So yeah, that full moon in Virgo, we're going to get more into the energy of that as we get closer to the date. But just know that that's a big energy, and the sun and moon are going to be in a T-square with Mars in Gemini during that day as well. So there's going to be some tension there. It's going to be a bit intense of a moon, especially with Saturn entering Pisces. So just be prepared for that one, and I will do my best to assist you guys in getting prepared as we move closer to that date, which really isn't that far away. It's like 2 weeks out at this point. Let's see here. On March 11th, this is a day to watch as well. We have a lot going on astrologically. We have Venus in conjunction with Eris and in a sextile to Mars, and loosely conjunct Juno, who's in his last day of Aries before moving into Taurus. Remember, Juno is the asteroid that represents partnership and marriage. And Juno's been getting a lot of action lately. There's been a lot of aspects, very, very activated part of our chart right now, our collective chart. So a lot of energy going on there. We also have Mercury in a sextile to Uranus, the Sun in a square to Mars, and Jupiter in conjunction with Chiron. And I feel that Jupiter in conjunction with Chiron being the most powerful. Conjunctions are always, in my opinion, the most powerful aspects, because that's when the planets are in exact alignment. All right, so it's that, to me, that's when the most powerful gateways, the way that I perceive things, really open up. So the Jupiter conjunct Chiron, that is a big, powerhouse day as far as healing is concerned, as far as that renewal and restoration of hope. If we have kind of been disenchanted with our healing process, if there are wounds that just haven't seemed to heal, no matter how many times we cleanse them, that on the 11th, I feel like we are beginning to get just a boost where that's concerned. So a powerful healing day. If you have an aspect of your healing, your own personal self-healing that you've been working on for some time, or that you really feel wants to be addressed and you're looking for a power day to do that work and really dig into that, March 11th, great day for that. It's also, 311 is powerful numerologically, right? And it is 3112023. So it is within that sequence as well of these power dates as far as the coding is concerned. So that's going to be a big day. That's also a great day if you're thinking of scheduling like a session with somebody, if you're thinking of doing some deep, solitary work on something. If there's somebody in your life that you are desiring healing with even. It's a great day for all of those things. As far as that Jupiter conjunct Chiron energy is concerned, I feel like it's a day too where some people are going to be receiving great confirmation around like if their healing journey has taken them to the point where they're ready to begin offering a handout to other people in their own healing process. I feel like there's going to be signs or synchronicities, or things are going to be happening, or there's going to be realizations as well around like what that path looks like. So pay attention to the signposts, pay attention to the people that come into your reality on that day, pay attention to the situations that develop, the concepts that you're introduced to. Oh, March 11th is your birthday. Well, happy birthday in advance, Tanya. Just pay attention to all that stuff, because there are going to be clues there for those who are kind of wondering, like, what is my purpose? What is my path? Or like, how do I best exemplify that in my life? Or like, what is the way that I can best go about that at this time? What else about that day? Venus conjunct Eris sextile Mars is a huge, this is like the feminine warrior energy being activated. And so this is beautiful and empowering, but also like, watch out. It can have a bit of a Black Moon Lilith vibe to it because of the presence of Eris, right? The feminine warrior planet, the aspect with Mars. It is a pleasant aspect, all right? But still, this is like, people want to tread lightly around the feminine energy around this day, but the feminine energy really coming into and stepping into her power, taking that power back anywhere where we may have become lax. Really, you guys, make sure you're hydrating. Today is another great day to play the water game. At least every time you see me drink my water, drink your water. We are in these portal energies. These energies are pouring in strong. We want to stay hydrated. Let's see what else here. Mercury sextile Uranus also on this day. So a lot of downloads coming in. Really, the lower mind and the higher mind connected and working synergistically. So great inspiration today, or that day, great ideas coming through, solutions that we may not have noticed. And with the Sun square Mars, that adds a bit of tension here. Battle of the will, battle within our own consciousness, kind of an energy. But I wouldn't worry too much about that. That's like the kind of the least of the energies as far as what we're looking at here. All right. Yeah, I don't feel like we really need to get too much more into that. Nothing's really coming through that we need to say about that. On the 15th, we have the sun. This is a big day too, you guys. We have the sun in conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. And Mercury is only a couple degrees away from this conjunction and will come into exact conjunction with Neptune the next day. So really, we have the sun, Neptune, and Mercury all conjunct Starting on the 15th, we're going to feel these planets together, and we're going to feel the influence of it all the way through the 19th, which is when Mercury enters the sign of Aries. So this is a powerful activation of the higher mind. Once again, are we seeing a pattern here, you guys? And powerful energy of ego dissolution. So really the ego being dissolved, Neptune doing what it does best, dissolving these energies, especially when we have the lower mind and the sun, which also represents our consciousness, combined. And then we combine them with Neptune, the great dissolver. I mean, that energy kind of speaks for itself, right? So be prepared to let go. Be prepared to release what wants to go as far as the stories that you're attached to, the identities of yourself. Remember, your identity is ever evolving. And it is so much more than what you imagine. Like what you know who and what you know yourself to be is only a fragment of the true spectacularity that is you and your essence. All right. So let go of, don't play small. This energy is saying where you have been playing small when it comes to your conception of yourself and your world. Let me open you up. Let me show you more. All right. Allow yourself to be more, surrender to the more, so to speak. Hello, Mitchell. Hello, Miriam. Yes, exactly, Pete. Your healing and liberation is already within you and complete. Exactly. All we're doing is catching up to it. I think it's becoming more and more important for us all to understand and really internalize this understanding that there are infinite dimensions that we sometimes call timelines, right? Where with tiny differences all existing at once, right? There are infinite versions of you doing an infinite number of things, from things very similar to what you are doing right now to things that are very vastly different. And it's not about creating a new reality. It's about aligning with the reality that already exists. All right. You are already healed and complete. You're just aligning yourself with that version of you. Okay, let's see here. What else do we want to talk about? Yeah, so that's just a really powerful day. And that whole stretch of days there from the 15th to the 19th. Actually, no, it goes on from there, because then we hit the equinox on the 20th and Aries season in the new moon in Aries on the 21st. So I don't know. Does it sound to you like these energies are slowing down at all, or just getting more intense as we go through the month? There really is no break where there's nothing going on. It's just building and building in momentum. All right, on the 16th, we also have Venus squaring Pluto. And this is an energy to watch as well. We just had, right around the new moon, the aspect of Venus sextile Pluto. And remember, March is on fire. And so are we, right? Pluto is at 29 degrees right now. So when Venus comes into exact aspect with Pluto, anytime actually a planet comes into exact aspect with Pluto right now, it's going to be at 29 degrees as well. 29 is, like we talked about, an anaretic degree. So this is the final degree before we move into the next sign. This is where we see the intensification in the world as well right now, right? Pluto will be moving into Aquarius on March 23rd. 2023, right? So here we go again with the momentum. We got the equinox on the 20th. We got Aries season and the new moon on the 21st. On the 23rd, we have Pluto entering Aquarius. And remember, this is all within that sequence, that coding sequence of the 3s, the 1s, the 2s, and the 0s too, all right? So this is big, big energy. So Pluto is really in its last few weeks in the sign of Capricorn. And yes, Pluto will retrograde back into Capricorn throughout 2023 and into the beginning of 2024 before planting itself firmly in the sign of Aquarius. Pluto will be going back and forth. So it's going to be continuing to clear out this final degree of Capricorn throughout this year into next year. All right. But this is it. And those of you who have followed the Pluto and Capricorn videos, and I did more of those, I think, on my sister channel that I began originally with my friend Kayla, Intuitive Insights. There's a ton of videos, and I have that linked in the description box below. It'd be fun if you guys want to check those out, because you can see sort of my earlier energy when I was just starting on YouTube there too. But I talk about the significance of Pluto and Capricorn. Capricorn, of course, being the Saturnian energy, the energy that represents authorities, the establishment, right? All of these, the powers that be, the people in power, all that stuff. I don't need to say more. You guys know exactly what I'm trying. I'm just going to start repeating myself. So Pluto, transforming this energy, bringing it up to a higher octave. Something that came through for me, I think back in 2020, this download came through regarding Pluto. Pluto actually defines the ages, the astrological ages. And this is nothing that I've heard anywhere else. So like, people can call me out on it. You're not going to probably find anybody else saying this. All right. This is not like an generally agreed upon astrological fact. This is my own channeling and like the communications that came through to me personally regarding Pluto, is that Pluto defines the astrological ages. And you would have to do the math. I did the math and it really evened out. It's a pretty, it works. It makes sense. Pluto takes 200 something years to make a complete lap of the zodiac. Pluto will complete so many, I forget how many laps it is, essentially however many laps it takes. So I guess it would be what, like, would it be 12? I don't know. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Each time Pluto re-enters a sign, it transforms that energy to a higher level of being. And when Pluto makes its final lap through a sign, the astrological age then shifts and changes. So for instance, Pluto in the age of Pisces that we've been experiencing for the last 26,000 years or so is coming to a close. When Pluto enters Aquarius, Pluto will beginning the first cycle of transformation and initiation into the age of Aquarius. We are, of course, one age intersects with the other, right? So we're closing out Pisces as we're entering the age of Aquarius. So Pluto will then move in like 2042, I think, 2040 something. Pluto will move into Pisces and complete the final regenerative lap, the final closing lap for the age of Pisces energies. I hope that I explained that adequately. So really anchoring in and beginning the age of Aquarius energies as Pluto enters Aquarius. And then closing out that final sweep of the Pisces energies when Pluto then enters Pisces. So this is really powerful stuff, you guys. But Pluto, backtracking now to the current, those are the larger cycles of Pluto. All right, the astrological age cycles. Right now, we're looking at the singular lap that Pluto's been doing around the zodiac, which is right now currently in the sign of Capricorn. And so, please let me know if that made sense, if I was able to articulate that in a way that makes sense. So for this particular round, if you will, Pluto has been transforming Capricornian energies. So transforming the Capricorn energies within this 200-year cycle of Pluto, within the larger cycle of the astrological age, if that makes sense. And so we've been seeing the crumbling down of these structures of authority, of the exposure, right, of truth, right, when it comes to the people in power, when it comes to the energies that have been dominating this world. Thank you, Stanley. I'm glad that made sense. And 29 degrees, this is where I know I use this phrase all the time, but the rubber meets the road as far as Pluto's final cleansing of these energies. So we're really going to see a lot crumbling down. We're going to see a lot in the outer reality in this next year or so being exposed. A lot of the breakdown of society and these systems that aren't working. And then as Pluto enters Aquarius as well, right? It's like we're going to it's like the brainstorming process of like, all right, what do we do different then? That wasn't working. That's old. That's done. We may see in this in-between time, in this interim time, people trying to rebuild the old, right? Like it's crumbling down and they're trying to grab the pieces. And we've been doing this for a while, right? And kind of like put them back. It's like the brick keeps popping out of the wall and they're just trying to shove it back in. And then 5 bricks fall out and they're trying to put 5 in before 10 more. And you see how this eventually goes, right? This person or these people who are attempting to put this wall back together are going to end up buried. All right. And this is reminding me of, some of you guys might want to check this out. I'll try to link this in the description box below. I was looking at these cycles of Pluto specifically when it comes to the evolution of our consciousness and our this like ascension journey. And I was relating it to this Star Destiny book that I have, which has like, it's similar to the Sabian symbols, but it's somebody else's channelings and interpretation of the energies and the visualizations of the different degrees of the zodiac. So I did a video where I was reading the final degrees of Capricorn into the first degree of Aquarius. And it was like what I'm explaining right now, like it really hit the nail on the head. It was kind of eerie how perfect these descriptions of these energies were. So I'll link that for anyone who's curious about that. It was really fun. Now, why were we getting into all of that? Oh, just because Pluto is in a place of power right now at 29 degrees. And any planet who comes into exact aspect with Pluto is going to be feeling this and is going to be getting a major upgrade. And it's a major, it's a catalyst. It's pushing us in some area of our lives and our soul's evolution where we need to be pushed, where something needs to be closed out. And with Venus, this is around our power, empowerment especially. Empowerment, relationships, finances, money, our material existence. Also, of course, looking at the signs, right? So with Pluto, this represents to our relationship to authority. With Venus, let's see, what sign is Venus? Venus is going to be in Aries, I believe, during this aspect to Pluto. Yeah, 29 degrees of Aries. Ooh, that's my North Node. Interesting. So that's probably going to be intense for me. Is going to be, yeah. So the Aryan qualities as well we're looking at. That's where I was going with that. Which once again comes to empowerment, courage, confidence, our masculine energy, our will, right? All right, let me check the chat here for a second. I know I missed a couple people. I saw Tzu there. Who else? Thought somebody else popped on. Well, Miriam, I already said hello to you. We've been talking. Mitchell, I think I already welcomed. I like to try to stay on top of that, but I know Pete's also staying on top of it for me, so which I appreciate so much. Yeah, so we got all that taken care of. 318. Mercury enters the sign of Aries. All right, our thoughts, our communication, everything is going to be fired up. We got Venus in Venus will actually be moving into Taurus within a few days after Aries season begins, I think. But at least for this very beginning, she's still in Aries. We got Mercury, we got the mind and that fire energy, got the sun moving into Aries, that new moon. So it's gonna be fireworks. Fireworks, the beginning of Aries season. It's like that's all that I'm picturing in my mind is the energy of fireworks. All right, let's pull some cards for Pisces season here. Clear. And I will be putting out later today or tomorrow a reading that I did. I'm doing a giveaway for the Intuit Tarot. So I just received my copy of the Intuit Tarot. I don't think I'm gonna use it in this live stream. I think I'm gonna save the first use of that deck for the kind of unveiling video or whatever. I don't actually promote for them or anything officially, but I love their decks. And I was involved in the Kickstarter campaign when they were funding the creation of the tarot deck. They only had oracle decks. This is their first tarot deck. And I have 2 copies of it, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and somebody is going to be receiving a copy of the Intuit Tarot, which is absolutely gorgeous. And it's a great deck for anyone who's learning tarot as well, because it has the keywords just like the oracle cards do. These are the oracle cards. You guys see me kind of pulling them all the time. They've got a picture with the all the keywords and stuff. They're really fun. So yeah, I did a little reading for you guys with that deck and outlined the contest rules and everything for that. Very exciting. All right, but let's get some energies right now for Pisces season 2023. What do we need to know about Pisces season, Eve? Yeah. I love you guys so much. You're amazing. You are amazing. 22 people on the 2-2. I love it. Only 17 likes though, so some people still have not hit that like button. I'm getting more comfortable. I used to feel weird like saying that stuff, but I mean, it's important. It's important. That's how the people that I know whose channels have really grown. I mean, in the beginning of all their videos, they always get that spiel about the like and the subscribe and all of that stuff. I trust that Spirit guides our channel as it's meant to be guided, though. You know, all the people who are meant to be here find this channel. I believe in divine timing. I believe that Spirit guides people, but it still doesn't hurt to you know, play the game a little bit too, to help people, you know, help Spirit do its job, right? What do we always say on here? I take 1 step, Spirit takes 10. Hello, Lainey, welcome. All right, so first card out, 8 of Wands. This is movement. This is communication. This is energy. This is energetic potential is what this feels like. This is us. This is Pisces season and all of these energies that we talked about here, working to assist us in reaching our energetic potential, all right? Coming together, the meeting of minds I'm feeling here. Then we have the Justice card coming out. All right, so this is karma. This is right to action. This is the higher spiritual truth and acting according to higher spiritual truth. This is what, in order to balance the scales, in order to heal this planet, right? We have to act in accordance to higher spiritual truth and in concert with higher spiritual law. All right? There are man-made laws, and a lot of those are made to serve man. And not mankind, but very individual people, right? We're not talking about man-made laws here. We're talking about cosmic law. There is such a thing as cosmic law. All right? The generally agreed upon terms by which all beings function in the universe. That's my best understanding of cosmic law at this time. Of course, my understanding is always shifting and changing. All right. So really working in accordance with that higher cosmic law. I feel like this is messages and communication that brings about this energy of justice and truth coming through too. And we talked about that a little bit, right? Clarity. If there is a situation in your life that has felt as though there has been no justice, there has been no closure, I feel that happening during Pisces season too. Remember, Pisces season is very much about the energy of closure. It is the 12th and final sign of the zodiac, when the one becomes the all, right? Moving from the individualistic energy of Aries to the unified energy of Pisces. We have the 7 of Cups coming out with the 6 of Pentacles next. And this is the Star Seers Tarot or the Light Seers Tarot for anyone who is not familiar. This is options. This is possibilities here. And this is, I feel like Spirit saying, you're going to, like, there are going to be lots of choices. And for some people, there may be a level of confusion. Remember, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. Neptune is a planet that represents confusion. The Moon card in the tarot deck, which represents Pisces, also represents disillusionment and confusion, among other things. Lots of other things, right? It represents the unconscious, the subconscious, depth of feeling, emotion. But it really, I'm feeling this energy of confusion. So if you're in doubt about what to do, Spirit is saying, be of service to another. Right? That's another energy and vibration of Pisces season. Being of service to one another. The Pisces Virgo axis. Very much about service. So, some people, it's like that energy of attempting to discern where it is and how it is that we can best be of service to others. Oh, and that was one thing that Spirit wanted me to share with you guys. So I'm glad that this is being brought back to my attention now because I had forgotten about it. If you are unsure of how you can best be of service, if you are unsure of what is in most alignment, if you're unsure of anything right now, if you need more information or a deeper and higher understanding of some matter, ask for those answers to come through because your soul, you are in a direct line. You always have a direct line to your soul, but right now that channel is very open and very clear during Pisces season with all these energies streaming in. So ask your soul and be open to the ways that your soul answers. I've been asking Spirit for information, for knowledge, for different things, and Spirit is really delivering. And that option is available to all of us. Remember, though, we're only going to receive the amount of knowledge that we can necessarily handle at a certain time. We're not meant, that's why it comes in stages. All right, because we're not meant to know everything all at once. All right, but the level of knowledge or understanding that you are ready for will find you if you set the intention to receive it. Whatever you wish to receive in terms of your alignment with your soul, your spiritual gifts, your spiritual identity, your true essence, set those intentions during Pisces season to receive those things. This is also where if you have a lot of options and choices, say you have like different job offers coming in, different places that you might want to live, different things like this, even like different invitations to go out and do stuff. Which of those options best serves not only yourself, but the higher good as well? Which has the most even give and take of energy, where you are giving and receiving equally? That's what Spirit wants you to focus on. That's where Spirit says your energy will be best placed. Anything else? And yeah, I do feel for some people, if there have been legal battles or legal matters, and you've been kind of like the odd one out, or you've gotten shafted in some way, or you're waiting on the results of a legal battle or some sort of settlement or decision, there is a fair and just outcome, I feel, coming for people. Or it's at least going to be more balanced. If something already went through and the energy of it wasn't balanced, I feel like there's going to be energy coming in that's going to bring in more balance to that situation. Yes, definitely receiving, Suzanne. That perfect balance of giving and receiving. Yes, be open to receiving. Pisces energy, very receptive, right? We have the Ace of Pentacles coming out here. When I looked at it, it was reversed. I don't know if we're going to take that or not. Oh, you know what I see when I see this card reversed right now? It's sort of like something has been growing and somebody's been shielding it from sight, right? Like the hands are trying to hide this pentacle here, but the roots are still coming up out of the earth. So I feel like the fruits of people's manifestations are going to begin to be evidenced in material reality. And I think this is going to be especially impactful for people who say, like, you know how they say sometimes, like, move in silence? You don't have to tell everybody everything that you're doing, everything that you're striving for. Sometimes silence is more powerful and your manifestations have more energy when you don't share about them to everyone sometimes. Right? Like that's like an interesting rule in magic where they say like if you're creating something, don't speak about it to others because it dims the energy of it. I don't necessarily believe that's true. I think when you speak of things that you're creating with like-minded people who support you, the energy actually kind of like buoys itself. It becomes more powerful. But depending on whose thought forms you're exposing that energy and that intention to, if there's a lot of negative energy aimed at that, it can sometimes deaden or dampen the energy of it. Yeah, Suzanne. Shh. So somebody's been moving in silence. All right. Somebody's been doing the work, but not speaking about it. And somebody I feel like has even been doing the good deeds and being of service, but not telling other people, right? They're not doing it so that they can brag to someone and say, guess what I did today? Guess who I helped, right? They've been very humble and they're about to be rewarded for that. Or somebody's going to notice something that they're doing. The universe is noticing. Even if nobody else has, the universe knows what you've been up to. And I feel like there is going to be positive karma coming through for that during Pisces season. I also feel like if somebody's been working on your behalf or doing something on your behalf that you're not aware of, they may make you aware of it during Pisces season. I also feel like people who've been working on and manifesting things and you haven't seen any evidence, any positive evidence coming forth in your reality, I feel like you're going to begin to see that. Or it's like Pisces season is when you really don't want to give up because remember, it's like springtime, right? When do we see the shoots coming up through of the grass starting to come up? It's after the winter in the spring, and we are hitting that spring point with Aries season. So I feel like continue to craft, continue to cultivate these manifestations. Don't give up. Know that that's coming much sooner than you think. I also feel like for some people, it's like people's true intentions and motivations are going to become known or seen as well. That's going to be for some people. What was the comic relief? I want to know the joke. Silence is golden, but duct tape is silver. Yes, duct tape fixes everything, right? All right, we got the Ace of Cups here with the King of Wands. And the King of Wands was inverted. And what I feel from that really is if there has been sort of like a muting or a turning down of passion, that the heat's going to like or fulfillment in general, the heat's going to get turned back up during Pisces season. I think it's this energy of oneness, this energy of connection, right, is going to foster like a rebirth of this fire within. Where we've been feeling lackluster, whether this is in our own life, with what we have in front of us, in our relationships, our friendships, whatever it is, with life in general, it's like that Pisces season is tending the flames, and then once we move toward that equinox, like that flame is lit. All right. We got the Lion here too, so the courage, right? Stepping back into our courage. Who is the King of Wands, right? He is the natural leader. He's charismatic. He has that charm. That's the energy that we're getting, that we're stepping back into, that we're igniting within ourselves again. And then the Magician coming out, right? Stepping into our power as creators, as the creatrix. Create from the heart too. That's what Spirit's saying. Create from the heart. Manifest from the heart. Create from the heart. Live from the heart. And everything else will fall into place. What is this? What is she holding here, right? It's a cup. Fill your cup to overflowing and share the excess with the world, right? We talk about that all the time. A great quote that I learned from my old mentor, Glenn Jones. For some people, it's like our fire has been dampened because our cup has not been full. So Pisces season is giving us an opportunity to refill our cup. So then there is excess to share. I like that. Anything else before we move on here and pull? I think I know what we're going to pull next. 3 of Wands. All right. So this is the energy of our manifestations beginning to take form. We've prepared. We've set those intentions. We've put in the work. And now things are beginning to come around. We're finally beginning to set forth on our journey. And then with the World on the bottom of the deck here, this is the closures, right? This is the culmination. This is the harvest, right? As the old cycle ends and a new one gets ready to begin. I think we're going to use the Witching Hour Oracle. I haven't used this one yet. This is another new deck that I got that I don't think I've used on here. So we're going to pull a couple cards. Pisces, very moon energy, right? Clear. Let's see what these cards have to say for us. Pisces season energies. Let's get some energy on this. And then don't let me forget to pull a crystal card. I want to pull a crystal card to close. I don't think I pulled one last time. Tell us about Pisces season. What do we need to know? All right, card number 11, creating, coming out. The growing moon. All right, so once again, this energy of creating, the powerful manifestation potential. We talked about it, especially around the 3-3 portal. All right, Pisces is the sign of the daydreamer, the idealist. All right. This is like really working with that power of visualization as well. So when these Aries energies come through, the 11 again, exactly, we can really hit the ground running. And we've really seeded those intentions. This is about adding beauty to the world. We're going to feel called to do this during Pisces season, right? She's adding beauty through music, through art. What ways can you make? Not right now, Stanley, but it does occur. Depends on to whom we're talking, not to you guys. What was I saying here? How can you add more beauty to your world and to the world of those around you? What are you creating? What seeds are you planting? We have the Crow Moon, Explore. And that's a number 7. So we have a 7 and an 11. Let's get one more here. And with Pisces energy, we can really explore those more subtle realms very effortlessly. And then we have the Blood Moon, Let Go. Look at the owl there, the wisdom. You've gained the wisdom from the experience. You don't have to hold on to the pain. Look at the woman on this card is pregnant, right? She's getting ready to birth something new into the world. But in order for that to be birthed, she has to release, right? In order for us to step into and experience this new world, we have to be willing to release the old. We have to be willing to let the old die. Oh, thank you, Mitchell. Not only to let the old die, but to really, to be the catalyst, the force that burns it down if necessary. But this with Pisces energy, this is less aggressive than that. That is like the Capricorn energies right now. All right, but with this Pisces energy too, it's more like release, surrender, allow things to dissolve. Spirit's going to be naturally moving things, moving people, moving situations, moving jobs, moving any energies that do not align with your higher self and your higher vibration out of your life. So just let go, just let it. All right? This baby's not going to be born until it's good and ready. And it wants to be born into a better world, right? So how is Spirit helping you to create that right now? What is Spirit guiding you to do? What is your inherent wisdom telling you? What needs to be released? This is a time where we're not meant to hold on to anything. Trust completely what is remaining on your timeline in your reality and what is not. Let what wants to leave, leave, so that what wants to come can come in. All right, we got growth on the bottom of the deck. With restless energy under that. Interesting card, right? Holding a glass of wine. Looking kind of seductive. That restless energy in general, 16 breaks down to a 7 as well. Oh, and look at this. The blood moon is number 29. Remember Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn? I love it. 7, 11, 29. And so, yeah, I mean, there's bound to be restless energy here as we're moving through all these powerful shifts, right? As we're kind of floating in the void where the energy is starting to pick up momentum, but it's not quite all happening yet, right? We're kind of floating in the womb of the divine feminine right now. Releasing, surrendering, letting go, stripping naked, right? Getting vulnerable, being open, waiting. There's a little bit of a waiting game involved here as we move toward the equinox here. So there is some of that restless energy that some people may be experiencing. So how do you deal with that energy, right? Pisces, some of the lower vibratory energies of Pisces, we talk about victimhood. We talk about powerlessness. We talk about escapism. All right, these are the energies we want to watch out for during Pisces season, especially when we start getting restless, especially when we're feeling the attachment to things that we're not wanting to let go. Especially when we're wrapping up these cycles or we're being shown where it is that we're out of alignment with our spirit. Remember, it's either serving my soul or it's not. There is no in between. All right. There may be times, and there probably will be times and moments where we long for an escape. Just be careful with that energy. We're not meant to escape. We're meant to sink deeper into it. We're meant to feel it. All right, to feel it so that we can heal it. We have guidance that ended up on top of restless energy. And I'm feeling this energy here where our restless energy, pay attention to where that's coming from. What's underneath that? What is making you restless? What's making you uncomfortable that you're wanting to run away from? Face that instead. That is guiding you towards whatever is left that wants to be healed. All right, let's wrap up with, we are going to wrap up with a crystal card, but I'm also feeling, oh, there's a couple decks that I'm feeling. And this is so hard, you guys. I'm feeling, I am feeling a Beyond Lemuria. I have another new deck that I was thinking I wanted to use for a minute, but Beyond Lemuria is really calling to me here. So we're gonna pull one of these to close, and then a crystal card. Clear. Check in the chat here. Aw, that's so cute. I know when dogs do that. It is like super adorable. Oh, my phone is dying. I have a little bit of time left on it. I'm trying to think if I can get away with not plugging it into the charger. We're going to try. We're going to see how long I can stretch this out for. because I don't really want to go through all of that right now. We're just going to let divine timing end this reading where it ends, I guess, right? So the first card out is Realm Bridger. Right, Pisces season, we are in between realms, right? The veil is very thin, just similar to Scorpio season. This card is for the visionaries, the architects of the future. This regards information from other realms, bridging the seen with the unseen, inspiration, seeding a new earth, traversing different states of consciousness, birthing ideas from subtle reality, and journeying. So very Piscean energies here, right? Have you ever felt that there is more than meets the eye in the perception we call reality? I mean, this is kind of common sense for us, right? So I'm not necessarily going to read all of this here. Let's see. Through meditation and journeying, we invite a greater awareness of the subtle realities. These realms can be amazing places to bring through pioneering ideas, creativity, and to explore the edges of the universe. This card is about bridging the seen and the unseen. Intuitive painting is my method of connection, but the ability to crystallize the normally intangible can manifest in other ways. Anchoring the collective dreaming for a new future is not as out of reach as we might think. Just as water changes from solid to gas to liquid, we can catch the intangible in other forms. Metaphors, codes, or even maths can form the path of the visionary. Once these visions are in the minds and hearts of many, it can merge into matter. These blueprints then go to the architects and the ideas become physicalized. It is time to dream outside the box. This is that creating energy. Our collective consciousness, right? We are merged more as one consciousness right now. So our collective energy is that much more powerful when we can align our vision together. This is what this card is telling us. So if we can bring our energy, bring our visualizations together and amplify that energy, we can really shift timelines and we can really move these and shift and influence these energies and the manifestation of our physical reality. And I feel with Saturn and Pisces, that's carrying this energy and this potential forward right through 2026. So perhaps we need to organize together. Hello, Jamie, welcome. Perhaps we need to organize some group meditations for everyone in this tribe, right? Some ways that we can synchronize our energy together and visualize like this, because this is powerful what this is saying right now. And we've always known this, but like the potential for that is even grander right now with these energies. It is time for the inventors, the artists, the poets, and the visionary leaders to step forward and collectively dream a new dream, a new future, rather. Let's see. And the divinatory meaning is, you're the pioneer of your life. The way forward may be in your dreams or visions. You might find it useful to do automatic writing or intuitive drawing to capture some of the more lucid information. Be creative and don't take on the opinions of others. It's time to think and do things a whole other way. After all, as the saying goes, insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And we used to say that in 12-step all the time. Clear. All right. That was a beautiful, powerful card to close with. And now, since we do have a little bit of time left, I am going to pull a crystal card for you guys, too. Clear. All right, let's see which crystal wants to assist us as we move through Pisces season. Clear. Which crystal wants to assist us as we move through Pisces season? And I apologize if I'm missing some of the chat. The chat's not loading for me right now. That's beautiful, Mitchell. I love that vision. Ooh. Yes, France is another place I haven't visited most places, to be honest. I've only been to a few countries. I've been to Canada once, Costa Rica, Egypt, and I don't know why it took me so long to remember. It's, like I said, the mind today. And had a layover in Turkey, so I guess I could sort of say I've been to Turkey, but I didn't leave the airport, so, you know, doesn't really count in my opinion. There are so many places, other countries, and just in this country alone that I can't wait to explore more. All right, we have blood. And like I said, you guys, I am still very much, it's going to be probably, I don't know how long, you know, I got to take it easy on my partner with the trips and stuff like that, with the baby and everything. But within a year or so, I would really like to get something together, within the next year to 18 months, maybe, where we begin this process of getting together at one of the chakras of the world, starting with the root chakra at Mount Shasta and moving through from there. I think that was a brilliant idea that came through in the last live stream, to do that, to have those retreats together. So that is definitely, that's a thing that is going to be happening. All right, we have bloodstone coming out here, purification. So this is what Spirit wants to offer us. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have black onyx, grounded self-awareness. So bringing in some grounding crystals for us as we move through all this ethereal Piscean energy. Also with this bloodstone, that's a beautiful heartstone. Bloodstone is great for the physical health. It's a great detox stone. I'm going to hold this up so you guys can see and absorb the light language on the card. Then we can plan and plant seed for the communes on those chakra points. Yes, Jamie. I was just thinking, I've thought this multiple times actually, as our tribe continues to grow. We have enough people. If we put together all of our resources, we could absolutely buy some land somewhere beautiful and all live together and have a community. That would really, it's really not that absurd or wild of a thought or an idea. Like, we have the means to do that if we all pooled together. So I don't know. I think the first step is getting together in person, feeling our energies, connecting with each other. But I mean, I see, I'll check that later, Jamie. There's potential here. There is potential here. Absolutely. Hello, Fresh Start. Welcome. All right. So, yes, exactly. We are so supported. I'm so glad you caught me live as well. Yes, all possibilities are possible, you guys. So the Master Crystal Deva of Bloodstone is Bakael. And Bakael says, blessings, I have come in service. Together let us lift the weight of the world from your shoulders. Empower and allow you to see the truth of the warrior that you are. Take my hand on a journey inward. Let us join the heart and physical worlds of you. Today we will clarify the often muddy waters of life. Through your eyes, receive my vision. Let it promote joy and allow you to see lessons in every moment that life presents, for we must travel forward. Breathe my breath. It will renew and revitalize your life force. Every cell will be purified and expanded in my touch to embrace the light of the infinite. Be strong in your process towards perfection. Embrace that which you came to complete. As divinity you are. Your renewed life force and purified state will weigh light against the feather of Mot and expedite your journey through the stars into oneness and service. Oh, that is gorgeous, you guys. Let's see. The combination of the deep green and vibrant red of bloodstone allows the stone to carry the healing green ray directly into the blood and all the way down to the base chakra. This has the effect of renewal, revitalization, and balance, potently affecting life, the chakras, energy, and physical bodies, resulting in its simple purpose as the stone of purification. And isn't this beautiful? Also, as we're working with these powerful health codes coming through right now with this second leg of the 2-2 portal, I love that. A bloodstone skull, that's beautiful. Let's see. After work with the stone in the newly created purified state, the blood is energized and able to hold an increased amount of light, initiating a more permanent enlightened state and instilling the wisdom and sensitivity for inner guidance. Ooh. This is the mineral for when life has become boring and mundane. When it seems nothing new ever happens, you are in need of bloodstone. The green ray presented by this stone is highly purifying of the emotions and encourages one to stay in a space of integrity, honor, and truth. This is a sacred stone of the Egyptian goddess Mot, She is responsible for the weighing of the contents of one's heart after a lifetime, a measure of purity and wisdom to determine future lives. Doorways to the Ascended Master El Moria will open in this stone's frequency. This mineral has a strong effect on the blood, heart, and circulatory systems, removing toxins, normalizing and purifying functions and cells. So I feel like this stone is going to be great to aid with ascension symptoms that we're experiencing right now. Also, this energy of allowing us to hold increased amounts of light, right? Energizing the blood. I feel like this is actually going to assist in the DNA upgrades as well, even though it doesn't say this here. And the ways that the DNA upgrades are affecting our physical vessel at this time. Let's see the message for the healing journey with Bloodstone. If Bloodstone has come to you today, it is possible that your heart is just not in your physical activities, allowing life to become boring and one paced. Bloodstone, the stone of purification, signals renewal, revitalization, and healing, leading to the reestablishment of your spirit as your guiding light toward life purpose. For you, this means change in a new way, but first there must be a period of purification and clearing. Drink lots of water and eat as cleanly as possible while Bloodstone does her work, right? So this purification process, this is the releasing, this is the letting go, this is the dissolving of what's not working and what is not in alignment with your soul, just like we've been talking about. It's not just the physical vessel, it's our lives and all aspects of our being purified and cleansed right now. A new you is to be born. Remember that before the caterpillar can see the light and fly as the glorious butterfly, it is restricted, attached, and blind in its self-created physical cocoon. Ooh, and once again, what is that? That's that void that we've been talking about. The affirmation for Bloodstone is, I am pure. Spirit is my guide. And placement is mainly on the heart or the base chakra. To enhance purification and cleansing, place Bloodstone on the left hip and Malachite on the right shoulder. If you have Mayan past lives, this card can be placed at the third eye chakra or the stone itself to allow a hummingbird to approach and offer you guidance in meditation or the dream state. Oh, that's cool. Hummingbird, which I know as to be very much associated with the solar plexus chakra. Although it feels more heart chakra to me. Let's see. Base chakra trinity, most holistic healing of the base chakra available. Black onyx is placed at the left hip, Bloodstone on the right hip, and smoky quartz on the earth star chakra, which is about a foot below the feet. Or below the root chakra. There's different people say different things. I look at it as below the feet. All right, you guys, that's it. We made it, right? My phone is still going. So, yeah, great, great stuff coming through for us. Work with those crystals. The black onyx came out as well for grounded self-awareness. A lot of awareness available to us if we seek it. And if we are willing to get quiet and be still long enough to listen. It's like, I feel like Pisces season is going to be a mix of movement and stillness, like finding and achieving that perfect balance of both. But taking advantage of that rest time when it does present itself, because as we move forward from March, it's going to be go time. So we want to take this time to really rejuvenate ourselves. I know a lot of us, we feel like we've been resting on our laurels for a little while here, but we've also been going through some intense shit, right? Like, I think 2022 was really intense for a lot of people. And we all still need some recovery and recuperation time. But it's like we said, it's once we hit that equinox, it's going to be go time. So take that rest and rejuvenation when and where you can get it. And really take this Pisces season to move into alignment with your soul and pay attention to how your soul is speaking to you and what it is showing you, the direction it is leading you. All right, your soul will never lead you astray. Hello, Robin. Oh, wonderful to see you. Yes, hello, hello. All right. Beautiful. I love you guys. You are beautiful. You are incredible. Have a wonderful Pisces season. We will be connecting again shortly. We'll be talking about that 3-3. We'll be talking about that Pluto in Aquarius, the full moon in Virgo. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff, you guys. So I hope that this was a good general overview. So at least we kind of move in having a little bit of an idea of what to expect. We never really know, right? It's always a crapshoot. Everyone's experience is going to be a little bit different. Okay, but there's at least some general guidance to go on. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you didn't hit that like button yet, go ahead and do that. Yeah, all the things. I am taking clients again. If you guys are interested in booking a session with me, my information is in the description box below. I offer Theta healing, belief work sessions. I offer Reiki, Belvaspata, Angelic healing. The Belvaspata is a modality that was downloaded specifically to assist humanity with the ascension process and the changing energies on this planet. It is very powerful. And I think, honestly, everybody should receive at least one Belvaspata session. Probably like one a month, honestly, moving through these energies. It really is that potent and that powerful. Hello, Susie. Welcome. So I offer those. I offer tarot readings. I offer astrology readings. And I am going to be offering some new healing services very soon here. I'm going to be learning, and I'm still learning how to, there's so much information entering my brain, entering and leaving my brain constantly right now. But it's, what is it? Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy, which is the acronym of which is Aura. That's the next thing that I'm going to be learning. And it involves a complete clearing and removal of entities, infringements upon your being, attachments, nanotechnology, all of these different things, complete clearing of the being, as well as a soul regression session where you get to speak directly to your soul, asking your soul questions. A soul, sometimes your guides coming through to assist in the process. Really beautiful, powerful stuff. Some stuff that I've been wanting. It is a hypnosis type session. Some stuff that I've been wanting to learn for a really long time. So I finally found the version and modality of this type of energy that really resonates with me. And it's really, really powerful. I'm looking forward to being able to offer that in the future. For right now, it's, the rest of the stuff that I just listed. So my email's in the description box below. If you guys want to donate, there are links for that. I don't know. I'm just glad to have been able to hop on here with you guys. I'm losing my voice, so it's definitely time to go now. Near the Central Coast. What is the Central Coast? Unconditional love to you as well, to all of you. Robin. Did I say hello to you, Robin? I think I did, yeah. Just kind of waiting for a minute to see any final comments here. Central Coast of Australia. Oh, interesting. Yeah, see, here in America, I'm thinking we just have East and West Coast, and I'm trying to think Central would be middle. So I'm like, how is there a coast in the middle? But I know your geography and the way that you guys identify things is probably different than we do here. So I was just, my curiosity, I wanted to understand better what the Central Coast would be. Honey, lemon, ginger, all very good things for you. I love that there are so many awake people in Australia. It's really amazing to see how many powerful lights and star seeds and light workers, right? Clear, originate or live in Australia. That's a place I would love to visit at someday as well. Australia, is one of the chakras located in Australia? Clear. Peach calcite harmonize on the bottom of the deck there. Go on for all my crystal people. There definitely is now. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's, I'm sure it doesn't feel like it, just like it doesn't feel like it here either, right? Because we are still, I mean, Australia is a big place, so you guys are probably still spread out and you may still feel like you're clear, kind of outnumbered. But more and more people are waking up, so to speak, every day. And this, I think between the Saturn and Pisces over these next few years, we're going to see a lot more people awakening, rapid awakenings, it feels like. And that 777 portal feels like a big activation and awakening energy too. So we may still feel outnumbered, but our numbers are growing every day. And I mean, it's the activated and enlightened consciousness is like a fire, right? It just spreads the energy of it. It catches and it spreads, and it just before we know it, the entire world is going to be feeling it. Uluru. That sounds familiar. Was that one of the chakras? Or is that a place in Australia? Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a great spot. I wish. Could we just start doing like one of these like around the world retreats like every other month or something? I feel like there's so many cool places to visit and to check out. Like wildfire. Thank you, Eve. That's that's the phrase that I was looking for. I wanted to say, I almost said until the whole world's on fire, but I was like, that's not getting the kind of message that I want to convey there. That doesn't sound pleasant. They feel that they just don't know what it is exactly. And that the knowing, the knowledge is going to continue to come through. Clear. And where many of us, pretty much everyone watching this channel, I feel, is going to be instrumental in spreading and sharing that knowledge. That's why we're all here together. We are the teachers. We are the way showers. All right, you guys. I love you so much. Clear. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful now moment wherever and whenever you are. All right, now can I figure out how to end this? Yes, I'm getting better at doing this on my phone, you guys. I am starting to figure it out. I'll talk to you later.